Emma slammed the door of her childhood bedroom, her heart pounding like a war drum in her chest. The echo of her father's voice still rang in her ears. "You're a beta, Emma. Act like one." But how could she? When Esmeralda's lips had just brushed hers in the dim light of the university library, sending shockwaves through her body that shattered everything she thought she knew about herself. She collapsed onto the bed, burying her face in the pillow to muffle the sobs that threatened to escape. All her life she believed she was just a beta, steady, unremarkable, blending into the rigid hierarchies of their society where alphas led, omegas submitted, and betas simply existed in the middle, free from the pulls of destiny or desire. No sins that drove her wild, no heats that clouded her judgment. That's what the tests had said when she was 16, what her conservative family in suburban Chicago had drilled into her. But Esmeralda, the new transfer student from New York, an unapologetic alpha with piercing green eyes and a confidence that commanded rooms, had changed everything with one stolen moment. Why did it have to be her? Emma thought, her mind racing through the implications. Esmeralda wasn't just any alpha. She was openly lesbian in a world where same-sex bonds were whispered about in shadows, especially among the elite packs where tradition reigned supreme. Emma's family, devout Catholics with ties to the local pack council, would never understand. Her mother, always the peacemaker, would cry about grandchildren and legacy. Her father, a stern beta himself, would disown her faster than she could explain. And her siblings, God, her brother Mark, an aspiring alpha in law school, would see it as a betrayal of their family's standing. But the kiss. It wasn't just a kiss. It was a revelation. Emma replayed it endlessly. The way Esmeralda's hand had gently cupped her cheek, the subtle scent of sandalwood and strength that made Emma's knees weaken. She'd always dismissed attractions as fleeting crushes, nothing more. Boys in high school, a few dates in college, safe expected. But this was fire, burning away the facade she'd built. Am I really a beta? Or have I been suppressing something deeper, something that society labels as wrong? The next day at the University of Chicago, Emma avoided the quad where she knew Esmeralda hung out with her group of progressive friends. She buried herself in her psychology lecture, scribbling notes on social conformity, but her mind wandered. What if this was a sign? In their world, late presentations weren't unheard of. Betas turning omega under stress or true connection. The thought terrified her. Omegas were vulnerable, tied to alphas in ways that screamed dependency. And a female alpha like Esmeralda? Rare, controversial. Packs shunned them, families exiled them. During lunch, her best friend Lily cornered her in the cafeteria. "You look like hell, Em. What's up?" Lily was a beta too, straight as an arrow, engaged to a nice guy from accounting. Emma hesitated, the words caught in her throat. Nothing. Just family stuff. But inside the turmoil brewed. If she pursued this, she'd lose everything. Her scholarship funded by the pack, her spot at the family table during holidays. Yet ignoring it felt like suffocating. That evening, Esmeralda texted, "We need to talk. Meet me at the coffee shop." Emma stared at the screen, her finger hovering over delete. The safe choice was to block her, pretend it never happened. But her heart screamed otherwise. She typed back, "Okay." As she walked to the shop, the Chicago wind whipping her hair, she wrestled with the decision. This could be the start of freedom or the end of her world. They sat in a corner booth, the aroma of espresso doing little to calm Emma's nerves. Esmeralda leaned forward, her voice low and intense. "I didn't plan that kiss, but I don't regret it. There's something between us, Emma. I can feel it. Your scent shifted yesterday." Emma's eyes widened. Scent. Betas didn't have potent scents. "You're wrong," she whispered, but doubt crept in. Esmeralda's gaze softened. "Maybe. But denying it won't make it go away." The conversation stretched into hours, Esmeralda sharing her story. Coming out as lesbian at 18, facing rejection from her own pack, moving to Chicago for a fresh start. "It's not easy being an alpha woman who loves women," she said. "Society expects us to pair with male omegas or betas, keep the bloodline strong. But I won't live a lie." Emma listened, her inner voice clashing. "This is dangerous. You'll hurt everyone." But another part whispered, "This is real. For the first time, you're alive." By the time they parted, Emma's resolve cracked. She walked home under the streetlights, questioning every step. Was love worth the chaos? The family dinners where her father ranted about traditional values. The church sermons condemning unnatural bonds? She slipped into bed, but sleep evaded her. Instead, visions of Esmeralda haunted her dreams, pulling her toward a precipice. The following week, the tension mounted. Emma's mother called, inviting her to a family barbecue. "Bring a friend if you want," she said innocently. Emma's stomach twisted. Bring Esmeralda? Impossible. Yet the idea lingered. At school they stole moments, brushed hands in hallways, shared notes with hidden meanings. Each encounter deepened the bond, but also the fear. One afternoon in the library again, Esmeralda pulled her into a quiet aisle. "I can't stop thinking about you," she confessed. Emma's breath hitched. "Me neither. But my family. They'd never accept this." Esmeralda's eyes flashed with determination. "Then fight for us. Or walk away." The ultimatum hung heavy. Emma chose neither, kissing her fiercely instead, sealing a pact of secrecy. But secrets have a way of unraveling. That night, Mark showed up unannounced at her dorm. "Dad's worried about you. Says you're distant." Emma forced a smile, but her brother sniffed the air. "You smell different. Like an omega in bloom." Panic surged. If he knew, the family would too. The confrontation loomed, a storm on the horizon. Mark's words echoed like a death knell as he left her dorm, his suspicious glance lingering. Emma paced the small room, her mind a whirlwind of denial and dread. How could he detect a scent she herself barely recognized? It meant her body was betraying her, awakening to something forbidden in their stratified society. The next morning, she confronted Esmeralda at their usual spot by the lake on campus. "My brother suspects something. He said I smell like an omega." Esmeralda's face hardened, a mix of concern and resolve. "It happens sometimes. Late bloomers. But Emma, this could be a gift, if we face it together." Emma shook her head, tears welling. "A gift? It's a curse. My family will see me as weak, tainted. And us. Two women. It's not just about dynamics, it's about everything they believe in." Esmeralda reached for her hand, but Emma pulled away. "I need time," she muttered, fleeing to her classes. Throughout the day, her thoughts spiraled. What if I suppress it? Pills existed for that, underground suppressants that dulled scents and heats. But the idea repulsed her, living half a life, denying the pull toward Esmeralda. Yet the alternative? Coming out, presenting as Omega, bonding with a female alpha. It would shatter her world. At home that weekend, the barbecue was a minefield. Her father grilled steaks, pontificating on pack politics. These progressives want to upend everything. Same-sex pairs, gender-fluid dynamics. It's chaos. Emma nodded mechanically, her mother watching her closely. "You okay, sweetie? You seem off." Inside, Emma screamed, "No, I'm not okay. I'm falling for someone who challenges everything you stand for." Her sister Clara, a married beta with kids, pulled her aside. "Spill it. Is there a guy?" Emma laughed bitterly in her mind. A guy? If only it were that simple. No, just school stress. But the lie tasted like ash. That night, alone in her room, she texted Esmeralda. "I can't do this. It's too much." The response came swift. "Don't give up on us. Meet me tomorrow." Against her better judgment, she did. In a quiet park, Esmeralda laid it bare. "I lost my family too, Emma. My parents cut me off when I refused an arranged match with a male Omega. But I found strength in truth." Emma's heart ached. "I'm not as brave as you." Esmeralda's voice softened. "You are. That kiss proved it." Their meetings grew clandestine, stolen hours fueling the fire. But pressure built. Emma's grades slipped. Her family noticed. Her father cornered her one evening. "What's going on? Mark says you're changing." Emma deflected, but the seed of doubt was planted. Then came the betrayal. Lily, her supposed best friend, overheard a phone call. "Esmeralda? As in that alpha girl? Emma, are you?" The judgment in Lily's eyes stung. "It's not like that," Emma lied, but Lily pressed. "You know what people say about her kind. It's unnatural." The words cut deep, echoing societal prejudices Emma had internalized. Torn, Emma confided partially in Esmeralda. My friend knows. What if she tells? Esmeralda's anger flared. Then we fight. Hiding forever isn't living. But Emma wavered, the moral quandary gnawing. Was loving Esmeralda wrong? Society said yes. Her heart screamed no. A week later, the storm broke. At a campus event, Esmeralda publicly defended a lesbian couple harassed by frat boys. Emma watched from afar, pride swelling, but fear dominating. Afterward, they argued. You draw too much attention. Emma hissed. Esmeralda shot back. And you hide too much. Choose Emma, us or them. The decision haunted her. That night, she researched online. Stories of outed Omegas disowned, packs splintered. The damage was real. Yet Esmeralda's words lingered. The price of authenticity. Family dinner escalated the conflict. Her father announced, we're hosting a pack mixer. Time you met some eligible betas, or alphas. Emma's stomach dropped. Dad, I'm not interested. His eyes narrowed. Why not? Unless there's someone. Silence fell, heavy with unspoken accusations. She fled to Esmeralda's apartment, collapsing in her arms. I can't keep lying. Esmeralda held her. Then don't. But know the cost. In that moment, Emma chose, tentatively, to explore their bond, ignoring the gathering clouds. But fate intervened. Mark followed her one night, witnessing a tender moment. What the hell, Emma? He confronted her later. An alpha woman? You're presenting as Omega for her? The accusation flew. Emma denied, but the damage was done. Mark threatened to tell their parents. The ultimatum crushed her. Betray Esmeralda or face family exile. Inner turmoil raged, loyalty to blood versus heart. She spent sleepless nights weighing the ethics. Was self-sacrifice noble or foolish? As tensions peaked, Emma made a choice that would alter everything, setting the stage for irreversible consequences. Mark's threat loomed like a guillotine, forcing Emma into a corner she never wanted. You have until tomorrow to end it, or I tell Mom and Dad, he said, his voice laced with disappointment rather than anger. Emma nodded numbly, but inside rebellion stirred. How dare he dictate her life? Yet the fear of losing her family, their support, their love, paralyzed her. She met Esmeralda in a secluded cafe, her hands trembling as she relayed the ultimatum. Esmeralda's face darkened. So that's it? You'll choose them over us? Emma's eyes filled with tears. It's not that simple. They're my family. Esmeralda leaned back, hurt flashing in her eyes. And what am I? A phase. The word stung, highlighting the chasm between them. Emma's hesitation versus Esmeralda's unyielding conviction. That night, alone, Emma grappled with the moral maze. Society preached family first, tradition above all. But was blind obedience right when it stifled her soul? She recalled church teachings on love, twisted by prejudice against same-sex bonds. Hypocrisy, she thought bitterly. Love is love, yet they condemn it. Desperate, she sought advice from an online forum for late-blooming Omegas. Stories poured in, rejection but also liberation. One post resonated. The pain of loss fades, the regret of denial lasts forever. It fueled her resolve, but doubt lingered. The next day, she confronted Mark. You don't get to control me. He sighed. I'm protecting you, Em. This path leads to ruin. Their argument escalated, voices raised in the family home. Ruin? Or truth? Emma shot back. Her parents overheard, demanding explanations. The family meeting was a battlefield. Her father thundered. An alpha woman? Are you out of your mind? Her mother wept. Think of the scandal, the pack will shun us. Clara chimed in. What about the kids? They'll be teased. Emma stood her ground, voice shaking. I love her. And I'm changing. Omega. The admission hung, explosive. Her father's face reddened. No daughter of mine will live like that. Choose us or her. The ultimatum mirrored Mark's, amplifying the pressure. Emma's mind raced. Sacrifice love for acceptance? Or embrace it, paying the price? She chose Esmeralda, packing a bag that night. I'm leaving, she told them, tears streaming. Her mother's pleas fell on deaf ears. Her father's silence was deafening. As she drove to Esmeralda's, freedom tasted bittersweet. Was this right? The doubt gnawed. Living with Esmeralda brought initial bliss, shared meals, quiet nights. But reality intruded. Emma's scholarship was revoked by the Pack Council, citing moral incompatibility. Job hunts faltered. Whispers followed her. That's the one who turned Omega for a female alpha. Esmeralda faced backlash too. Harassment at work, old friends distancing. It's us against the world, she said, but Emma sensed strain. Inner monologues plagued her. Did I drag her down? Is love worth this isolation? A turning point came at a support group for LGBTQ+ dynamics. Hearing others' stories, betrayals, triumphs, Emma felt less alone. But one woman's tale of family reconciliation gave hope. Time heals, she said. Emma wondered. Could hers? Yet betrayal struck again. Lily, once a friend, spread rumors online. Emma's gone rogue, beware the influence. The post went viral in Pack circles, amplifying prejudice. Esmeralda raged. Fight back. But Emma hesitated, fearing escalation. The conflict peaked at a Pack gathering. Esmeralda insisted they attend. Show them we're not ashamed. Their old acquaintances sneered. Emma's father approached, ice cold. Come home. End this foolishness. Temptation flickered, safety versus authenticity. Esmeralda overheard, confronting Emma later. You considered it? Hurt laced her words. Emma admitted. For a second. I'm scared. The argument exposed cracks. Esmeralda's push for openness clashing with Emma's caution. In the aftermath, Emma reflected deeply. The choices, defiance, submission, carried heavy tolls. Society's judgment weighed, but so did self-betrayal. As she navigated this new life, the high cost of love became evident, testing their bond to its limits. The rift with Esmeralda deepened after the argument, a chasm born of unspoken fears. Emma spent the night on the couch, her mind replaying the hurt in Esmeralda's eyes. Was this the price of her indecision? She had traded family for love. Yet doubt eroded the foundation. Morning brought tentative reconciliation. I'm sorry, Emma whispered. Esmeralda nodded, but tension lingered. We need to be united, or this falls apart. Emma agreed, but inwardly questioned. Can I ever fully commit without regret? Societal pressures mounted. At her new job in a coffee shop, far from her psychology dreams, customers whispered. That's the Omega who defied her Pack. Isolation gnawed. Friends ghosted. Emma's inner voice tormented. You chose this. Own it. But the loneliness was crushing. A call from her mother shattered the fragile peace. Your father's had a heart scare. Come home. Emma's heart twisted. Duty clashed with resolve. She went alone, leaving Esmeralda wary. Don't let them manipulate you. At the hospital, family surrounded her father. His eyes softened seeing her. Emma, we've missed you. Tears flowed as they talked, superficial at first, then deeper. We were wrong to push you away, her mother admitted. But her father hedged. If you end this phase, you can come back. The offer tempted, forgiveness, stability. Emma wrestled internally. Betray Esmeralda for reconciliation? The moral dilemma burned. Love versus blood. Which prevailed? She left without committing, but seeds of doubt sprouted. Back home, Esmeralda sensed the shift. They got to you. Emma denied, but the lie strained them. Small fights erupted, over money, plans, futures. Esmeralda pushed for commitment. Marry me. Prove it. Emma hesitated. With everything against us? The proposal hung, amplifying conflicts. Emma's presentation fully emerged, sense heats, making suppression impossible. Society's gaze intensified. A local news story labeled them controversial couple defying norms. Protests followed, pickets outside their apartment. Emma's breaking point came during a heated protest. Stones thrown, words hurled. Freaks. Esmeralda stood firm, but Emma crumbled. Is this worth it? She cried later. Esmeralda's response. If you have to ask, maybe not. The betrayal unfolded slowly. In a moment of weakness, Emma met her brother secretly. Help me fix this, she pleaded. Mark offered. Leave her. We'll support you. Tempted by the escape, Emma considered. But conscience rebelled. Picturing life without Esmeralda, hollow false, she rejected it. No. She's my choice. Mark's disappointment was palpable. You're throwing everything away. Returning to Esmeralda, Emma confessed the meeting. I almost left. Shock turned to anger. How could you? The fight was brutal, words like weapons. Trust shattered, futures questioned. In the quiet aftermath, Emma reflected on the damages. Her choices had hurt everyone. Family estranged, Esmeralda wounded, herself scarred. Was awakening to her true self a blessing or curse? The ethical tightrope stretched thin. Reconciliation attempts followed. Therapy sessions unpacked traumas. Societal conditioning, family expectations. Esmeralda shared vulnerabilities. I fear losing you to them. Emma admitted. I fear losing myself. Slowly bonds mended. They attended pride events, finding community. But family lingered in the background. A letter from her mother. We love you. Let's talk. The meeting was tense, bridges half built. Her father conceded slightly. Times change, but it's hard. Emma pushed. Accept us or nothing. Compromise eluded, but dialogue opened. As they navigated, high-stakes decisions loomed, career shifts, possible relocation. Each step demanded sacrifice, testing resolve. Emma's inner growth shone. From denial to defiance, paying dearly but gaining authenticity. Yet the journey's toll was evident, leading to a climactic confrontation that would define their fates. The climactic confrontation arrived unannounced, a family intervention orchestrated by Mark at a neutral diner. Emma and Esmeralda walked in, hands clasped, to face her parents, Clara, and even a pack elder. This is for your own good, her father said, voice stern. Accusations flew. You're destroying our reputation. Think of the moral implications. Emma's heart raced, but she stood tall. My love isn't immoral. Your prejudice is. Esmeralda added. We've built a life despite you. The elder mediated. Tradition binds us. Same-sex bonds disrupt harmony. Esmeralda countered. Harmony built on exclusion isn't harmony. Debates raged. Ethics of dynamics, societal roles, personal rights. Emma's inner turmoil peaked. Defend or yield? She chose truth. I was beta in name only. Esmeralda awakened me. Denying that would kill my spirit. Tears fell as her mother reached out. We don't want to lose you. Breakthroughs emerged. Her father admitted fears rooted in his upbringing. I was taught this way. Clara confessed. I envy your courage. But full acceptance? Elusive. The meeting ended unresolved, but seeds planted. Driving home, Esmeralda squeezed her hand. You were amazing. Emma smiled weakly. It hurt but necessary. In the following months, changes unfolded. Emma pursued counseling certification, specializing in LGBTQ+ dynamics. Esmeralda advanced at work, defying biases. Family contact resumed. Cautious calls, awkward visits. Yet damages lingered. Scars from betrayals, societal wounds. Emma pondered. The price paid, was it justified? Losses balanced by gains, self-discovery, profound love. A pivotal moment came at a family wedding. Invited tentatively, they attended. Whispers abounded, but Emma danced with Esmeralda openly. Her father watched, conflicted. Later he approached. I'm trying to understand. A small victory, hard won. As time passed, awakening spread. Emma advocated online, sharing her story. Backlash came, but so did support, inspiring others trapped in denial. Their bond strengthened through trials. Esmeralda proposed again. Emma accepted. The wedding, small, defiant, symbolized triumph. Family attended partially, a fragile peace. But perfection evaded. Ongoing struggles, job discriminations, pack exclusions. Emma reflected. Choices define us, but at what cost? In quiet moments, doubts resurfaced. Had she chosen wrongly? No, the growth outweighed regrets. Society evolved slowly, pushed by stories like theirs. The journey's end brought food for thought. In a world of rigid norms, is defying them always the righteous path? Or does it sometimes invite unnecessary suffering? Was Emma's pursuit of love a heroic stand against oppression, or a selfish act that inflicted pain on those she loved?